Okay, students, so now we're back here in the shop and we're figuring out how to figure out the cost of a project. So this is the second part to that bill of materials that I was discussing earlier. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and grabbed a writing utensil and my calculator or my phone to allow for me to go ahead and show you how to calculate out the bill of material. Now, for instance, the very first line, we have the number of parts is at the top heading, and I have 4 legs. That's the name of the part. The dimensions of the pieces are 2 inches by 2 inches by 18 inches. And it's the species of wood is going to be red oak. So I need to figure out how many board feet are in that part for that one leg. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take 2 times 2 times 18, and I get my dimensions from here. That's going to equal 72 inches. Now I divide that by 144. That's going to give me a 0.5. So for my one part, I have 0.5 for that part. Now I have 4 of them, so the total part is $2.0 board feet. Now as I move along, the cost per board foot for red oak is $2.50. My total cost is I take this number times this number, and I'm going to get 5. So my part for the legs is going to cost me $5 to make all the legs. Okay? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue on. So I have 4 aprons. Now, this dimension right here is the thickness. This you always use 1 because it's already been milled. So you go 1 times 2 times 13, and that's going to equal 26 square inches. Now I'm going to divide that by 144, and that's going to equal 0.18. Well, to be fair, I would say 0.2 is what the amount of material I'm going to need to make that upper apron. But here, if you look at the lower apron, it's the same exact size for this, so I can just go ahead, put the 0.2 board feet for that as well. Now, if you look, I have 4 of those parts, so 0.8, because 0.2 times 4 is 0.8. So I only need 0.8 of a board foot for both of these. Now, 0.8 times 250 is $2. Same thing here. Okay, now our next object, our next part is going to be 1 times 2 times 10. And that's going to be 20 square inches. I'm going to divide that by 144. And that's 1.3. And I have 4 of those. Those are the slats. So I'm going to go 0. And I should make this a 0.2 because I want to leave myself a little bit of room for air. 0.2, so it's the same thing. 0.8 times $2.50 equals $2 for that as well. Now here's where the top is 1 inch. So 1 times 18 times 18 divided by 144 equals 2.25 board feet. So 2.25 times $2.50 per board foot. My total number of parts is the same because I only have 1. $5.63. Because I can't have a quarter of a penny here. Okay? So it's going to be $5.63, or sorry, half a penny. Now the shelf is the next part. The shelf is made out of plywood. It's not the same. And we need the shelf to be out of plywood because it's going to float in between the aprons, and it does not expand and contract due to temperature differences. But we have to still figure out how many square feet it is. And the cost per square foot is $2.34 for that sheet. So I'm going to take 13 times 13. I'm going to divide that by 144. And that's going to be basically a 1.2. And the total board feet is the same because you only have one of those. So I'm going to hit clear. 1.2 times $2.34. And that's going to be $2.81. Okay? Now, something to be considering is your hardware. You have 4 table clips and they're 25 cents each. So 4 times 25 is $1. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to add all of this up. And what we're going to do is we're going to multiply that times 1.3. Now, you may ask, why 1.3? You have to figure out 30% as waste. So, let's go ahead and clear this out. So we go 5 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5.63 plus 2.81. It's going to equal $19.44 times 1.3, 25.27. That's going to be my total cost for this project. So, students, when you go to build this project, you have to fill out a bill of materials first. Once you fill out your bill of materials, you have a better understanding of what it's going to cost you. Now, our cost is not going to be exactly that number, but it's really going to be close. So it gives us a really, really good ballpark estimate of what it's going to cost us to build that. Now, of course, if some pieces might become a little bit more efficient, where you get to utilize that board a little bit better than others, whereas sometimes the width of the board didn't work out quite as well and you end up with a little bit more scrap. So that's where your variances come into play, is how much the total cost is going to be. But you're going to be really, really close, probably within 5% on that total. So it really gives you an accurate ballpark of where you're going to be. So until next time, I'm Mr. C in the wood shop. And remember, I'm a woodworker, not a videographer. So I'll see you next time.